My father, Michael Barron, was an only child. He was a keen photographer and recorded a lot of the local area, and also wrote some memories of the local parish, which I'm going to share with you. When I talked about the house dance, I did not mention one aspect of it, and that was the thrashing dance. Before the days of the combine harvester, the corn was cut by a reaper and binder, and even with a mowing machine. It was brought into the haggart and made into a rick, and left until the thrashing engine came into the neighbourhood. This thrashing was an annual social occasion, with all the people getting together and helping each other with all the jobs that were necessary on this occasion. The boys did the various jobs in the haggart, while the ladies helped with the cooking and cleaning. Some thrashings were completed in a day, and others took 2 or 3 days, but in most houses, when the thrashing was finished and the engine gone to the next customer, the time was right for the thrashing dance. This was held in the kitchen, or in some cases in the barn, which was now empty after the thrashing. This was the origin of the barn dance. This dance would continue until a late hour, and then next day there would be a repeat performance at the Neighbours down the road, and this would continue for a week or fortnight until the engine moved out of the locality. During the 30s, the gramophone began to lose ground to a new form of entertainment called the wireless. The name was a complete misnomer, as there were more wires than anything else in the early radios. There were 4 wires to the dry battery, 2 to the grid battery, 2 to the wet battery, 1 for the aerial suspended between the chimney and a pole in the yard, and 1 earth wire going into the ground. The batteries lasted for 3 or 4 months, but the wet battery was a smaller version of a car battery and had to be recharged every few weeks. This meant a spin on the bike to Callan, with the battery hanging on the handlebars. And if you noticed a line of holes burned along your trouser leg, you would know that some of the acid had splashed out of the battery on the way. Then you had to collect the battery in 3 days, if you had no spare one. Although most people had one, but there was still always a rush to get your battery charged in time for the All-Ireland. The first radios had no loudspeakers, only headphones. This meant that only one person could listen in at any one time. On the day of an All-Ireland match, the Neighbours would collect at the house where the radio was, but they had to be content with the second-hand account of the match given to them by the person who had the headphones on, and this account was often coloured by how excitable a person was doing the local commentary.